Welcome to episode 3 of the Dark Crypt Devlog series. So today we're going to be focusing on expanding this level and also adding a few little things such as a cutscene, which I think will be very fun to work on since I haven't worked too much with the timeline system that Unity has. So let's get this level looking nice. I must say, level editing and level design takes quite a long time, and I'm still not even close to done on the first level. But luckily, I have been able to figure out how to use the tile rules. So actually, I can set up some special rules, so all I need to do when I'm placing is just place them. I don't have to choose which one I'm placing, and you can see it automatically forms the terrain for me, which is really nice. But still, when I place it myself, it will look better and more precise. As you can see here, I still need to fine-tune the rules to make it look perfectly. But another really awesome thing is any change I make will automatically be applied to all of them that are already in the scene, so I can make changes at will and it will automatically give instant feedback basically, so I can tell how it's going to look. But yeah, what I'm thinking right now is I have my layer for all the rule tile map pieces that I'm placing, and then I'll have a different one on top of it, and this is where the actual customly placed blocks are going to go. And this is going to be really nice because then I can use the generic sort of tile map, and then I can add my own wherever I want and just give it some more variety and make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, this is going to be really helpful to make it look a lot better. And one other thing I need to mention, I finally have Unity Dark Mode, as you can see. So a bunch of people were able to get it, I think like a week ago, but for some reason I just wasn't. And there was a new version of Unity, I downloaded it, and I automatically got the dark version. If you're not able to have the dark version for some reason, you can try going to edit and then preferences, and then you can see if your editor theme has this button locked for you. If not, then you can click on personal or professional, and then professional is going to be that dark theme. So yeah. Anyway, the time has come for a lot more level creation. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm just testing the level out, and what? He can hover over these blocks? I'm just wondering why, and also why are these blocks animating? I did not mean for them to animate, but that's kind of cool. But no. But, okay, so yeah, I definitely have a lot of things to sort out. I finally have the level looking a way that I want it to, but I ran into this new bug where if I jump up, you can see here that the collision is not quite right. Whenever I jump, there's still a ton of space right here that the character is not detecting correctly, which actually makes the gameplay a lot worse. So I've been working on the scripts here but I still haven't been able to identify exactly where the error is. It might have something to do with this grounded raycast listing, but you can see if I turn this up, we get some strange behavior. So you can see here that I can jump up and I can hit the ceiling now, but yeah, I have this weird jumping situation happen where it thinks I'm touching the ground when I'm not. So yeah, I just need to continue working on this. So I've been doing a lot of investigation to figure out exactly what is wrong with this physics engine here, and I've gone as far as to actually draw the raycast positions using the debug draw line. So you can see here that these are the 3 raycasts that are being created, and when I jump, they're not working correctly. So this is supposed to determine if I hit the ceiling or not this box, which is actually the sprite. So right now the sprite is preventing me from jumping any higher. So yeah, why that's happening, I'm not sure. Maybe the rigid body has something to do with it. So yeah, more investigation is needed, but I've spent a lot of time looking through this script that I guess is wasted, because it looks like it's just the sprite that's the problem, maybe? Okay, many hours later, it is now almost 2 a.m., but I finally have it working and it's looking pretty nice now. So actually I should make this bigger. So you can see here that you can correctly jump and hit the top of a object or any part of the ground, and you can correctly hit it and then come back down. So yeah, it turns out that script was the problem, and for some reason the capsule size is not correctly handled. So you can see here, if I go back to the scene and click on the player, you can see here's the capsule of the collider. So this is the collider for the player, and you have these raycasts that are occurring, and these raycasts, they detect if there is some sort of platform in the way. So you can see here each of these tile grids, they're marked as a platform. So this code, what it's doing is it's creating a raycast, and then it's going through each of the raycasts and it's seeing if it hits anything, and it's seeing if it's hit a platform, and if it has, then that means that you have hit the ceiling. And then in the other piece of code here, the other script, you see if you have hit the ceiling. So if this piece of code is true, and then you set the velocity, or yeah, the move vector in this case actually, to 0, and that's how you handle it. But the problem has been that the raycast is not appearing in the right place. So before it was appearing, this is the head of the player, and yeah, the capsule ends right here, but the raycast was appearing right here, and it actually needs to appear right here. So no matter what I try to do, I couldn't get it to work through the code, and I really don't know why the code doesn't work, because it does for the bottom. Maybe something with the offset is messed up, I'm just not sure. But either way, I have a hard-coded value in here. So it's not perfect in the sense that this piece of code is only going to work for this exact sprite and this exact character, but I don't think I'm really going to have another player. And either way, what I can do is I can just I can turn this into a variable here. So jump up offset, and yeah, we can get rid of this, and then we can make this an actual inspector value. So if I go all the way to the top here, I can make a new serialized field. And the reason I'm doing this is just in case, for some reason, we actually want to create a second character or something that needs to use this script. So yeah, this is just like good coding practice. And yeah, I'm very, very tired now. But let's still make sure that's all working. And yeah, so if we wait for this to load, you can see there's now the jump up offset. Alright, perfect. I am so relieved though that I at least eventually figured out how to do this. I even had to ask on some forums about how to do this. But perfect. It's working. Hey everyone, it's a new day today, almost 4 p.m. and I'm going to be able to work on cutscenes today. Because luckily I was finally able to fix that bug last night, which is so great. So yeah, let's get started working on a custom cutscene for this game, and I've never really worked with the timelines or cutscenes, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, and just like that, we have the beginnings of a scene. So you can see here that we have this flying truck moving, and then you also have the player walking across here, which is not controlled by actual keyboard input or anything. It's just controlled by the timeline or animator. And yeah, actually, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done with this animation. The whole thing is, this is going to be the character walking for a while, and then something happens. I haven't decided exactly what yet, but then the character falls down a hole, and that's where the character actually ends up in. That's where the character will actually end up falling through here into this cave, into a place that he doesn't know where he is and he can't get out of. So this actual scene is not really going to take place in the game, at least not for the first half of the game probably, because the whole point is he's going to be stuck underground in sort of a cave area for a long time and meet different characters and have different things and different quests happen and everything like that. So another thing I did is actually have the player himself be a new custom prefab variant. So you have your normal player, and then you now have the player cutscene. So I'll actually use the player cutscene instead when I'm working with cutscenes, of course. So I just removed all of those different scripts, as you can see here, and I just added a new player cutscene script. And if we open this script, you can see all I'm doing right now is seeing if we're on the correct scene, and if we are on this Dark Crypt intro scene, then I'm having the animator have a speed of 1 for walking right, and that's just so the correct animation actually plays, because we have these different rules for which animation plays. I might have to change this in the future, because this is all based on a player actually playing the game, of course, and it might be better to come up with a new system for when I have different cutscenes in the game, but we'll see. For now, I'm just taking the easy route, but in the future, we'll need to do something more advanced probably. And another thing to mention is, so the camera will just pan to the right, and I would really like to add some cool visual effects, maybe some lightning or some different things happening like that, just to make a sort of nice little environment to work with. After a few more hours of work, I have a fully functioning cutscene, and it's still only really bare bones, only the most basic of what I want, but the whole idea is here, and the idea is that you have your character, they're running away from getting shot by these bullets, and then right here they jump, and I haven't implemented this yet, but I'd like a screen fade and then it goes to here where you can see the logo of the game, Dark Crypt, and you see it falling down this hole, and this hole eventually leads to the first level where you start playing the game. And this background right here is just temporary. I don't really like it that much, and I want to add some more special effects to it in the future to make it look nicer. But yeah, you can get a sense for where the story is going. The whole idea is that there's this advanced modern world above the ground that has all this technology, but that's not where you're playing this game. What happens is you're underground and you're stuck underground, like I mentioned before. So yeah, let's check out this scene. And yeah, there you have it. Obviously there's still a lot to add to it, like nice sound effects, more bullets being shot, particle effects, just general overall music and everything like that. But it's a really great start, and I learned a lot about how to use timelines and everything like that in Unity. So yeah, thank you for watching another episode of Dark Crypt Devlog. See you later.